Welcome back to Modify Weekly. As you might have seen, we have recently hit 2,000 subscribers, which is absolutely fucking massive for me personally, because when we first started the channel, I did not expect to get anywhere near that from when we started. So it's been a year and a half since since Modify Weekly was formed, and yeah, it's just gone from there really. We had a little 6-month break because we had some stuff to deal with and that, but yeah, proper happy with that. So thank you to everyone who supported the channel, really appreciate it. So yeah, let's get into the video. Not a modification video today, unfortunately, but I'm just going to run down what current mods I've done to my Ep3 Type R. I bought it completely standard when I first got it. I got it November 17, so it's been a year and 8 months or something like that. And then I started modifying it when we first started the channel, January 2018. So from there, I'm just going to run through the mods I've done so far. 90% of them are uploaded on the channel, but there's a couple bits that ain't. And the dreaded bit, how much I've spent. Don't keep track of it because I'll just cry, but I'm going to calculate it. So let's get into it. Oh, it needs a little bit of a clean, that. Is the engine bay. What have I done in here so far? Well, the main thing is the Group M intake, genuine JDM goodness. RBC inlet, big boy, you got to cut the scuttle for, done that. Tactical racing fuel rail. If I'm honest with you, there isn't loads more. Oh, I've got a battery tie. But yeah, there ain't loads more that I've done. And then we've got the JDM EP3 cat and manifold. The Mugen oil cap, dress up bolts. I've got a nice cover to go on that. Exo Racing one. Wait, so I've got Exo Racing flush finish spark plug cover to go on that, but I need to order a stud extractor tool. As you can see, I've got that one out. Got that one out with a double nut, which was, well, it was tight, but I got it out. And this one, this little bastard, snapped straight in half. So yeah, I've got to get a stud extractor on that. But yeah, in the engine bay, it ain't much. So we've got the Group M, which I paid 330 quid for. RBC, that was about 200 quid, I think. 200 odd quid, 250 maybe. The Tactical Racing fuel rail, which was obviously free from Matthew. Like, I don't even care if it's Chinese or whatnot. It looks sick and it don't leak. So, couldn't really care less about that. And the bonnet strap, that works well. And then yeah, the manifold, which was 200 quid. So what's that? 580 quid there. That was a Christmas present from Baz. Free. So yeah, 580 quid. Oh, that was another Christmas present. And then we got the Mugen front splitter, Mugen rep from Delta Styling. I think that was 280 quid, painted and delivered. And the winglets, which the I don't really like these, Matt, sorry. I'm going to be removing these soon. They're just too small and they just look tacky, you know. Not a fan of them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's all we've got in here. Doesn't seem like I've done much, but I seem to always have my head in there. Right, then we move to the inside, where I have basically done nothing. Literally, head unit. Skunk 2 Neochrome 6-speed gear knob. Remove the gator, because I think it looks better without. Oh, I've got the short shifter in there. Can't remember how much that was. We'll call that 40 quid. That was 40 quid. That was 50 quid. And yeah, I've kind of tackily half wrapped that very, very poorly. So, going to be removing that and just spraying all of that, or just go send it and get a genuine carbon fibre one if I can find one for a decent price. And I ain't going to lie to you, I think that's it. I've got some red mats that were also a Christmas present, and a tin of spaghetti rings and sausages for some reason. I'll keep in there for emergency. Oh, then of course, how could I even forget? We've got the lowering springs, the IVE Pro Kit springs. So it's not a huge job. It's only 15mm on the front, 20mm on the rear. Keeping a very OEM feel suspension, which I wanted. I didn't want a disgustingly stiff ride. Then we got the camber arms on the rear. Waiting to get a geo setup booked in before I put the camber bolts in, because I don't really want to play with them. The Mugen Wang, that was bloody expensive in total. That cost me about 300 odd quid in total. I only bought it for 100 quid. I was like, no, it will cost like, I don't know, 70 quid to get that sprayed. No, bloody 200 quid because I had to fiberglass repair it. Oh, so expensive. The Skunk 2, Mega Power R. That was 250 quid. Then we've got the good old Toei. That's 15 quid. New front CV boot, because me and Paul attempted to do the lowering springs on the front, on the driveway, but we literally ended up just molesting a, well, that's a nasty split. Just ended up molesting the CV boot. Don't even seem like I've done that much to this motor, to be honest. But it also feels like I've done quite a lot. I'm sure I'm missing loads, braided brake lines, all of that stuff. Yeah. But then we get to the main bit, the turbo kit. So, oh wait, yeah, the clutch, injectors. Oh, I genuinely don't even keep track. So the turbo kit I got was 650 quid on its own. But then I've changed a large amount of that. Got a turbo smart wastegate, new oil feed and drain, because the shitty Chinese ones leak, and I really don't want leaky oil possibly going into the exhaust. Turbo downpipe, and then it could just set my car on fire. So that's not ideal in the slightest. So yeah, there's that. 3-port boost solenoid, vacuum lines. I'm gonna get a new blow-off valve, so I'm gonna get the genuine Greddy one if I can find one second hand, but they're like 170 quid new. Titanium bolts for the exhaust the turbo manifold. Bloody hell. I'm gonna calculate everything up and then just cry, because I think I've spent about the same amount of money on the car modifying it than I have spent on the car. Because then I've also changed loads of stuff, like 2 or 3 times. So obviously the car came standard, and it had the standard manifold and cat on it. And then changed that for this Toyo Sports 4-1 manifold and a Jap Speed 200 cell per inch sports cat. And then changed that for a normal cat. And then changed that to the JDM cat and mani. And also the air intake came with the standard one. Changed that to the InGen. Paranoid as shit that I was going to hydro lock my engine. Changed that for some like 40 quid dodgy old short arm one, and then ended up with the Group M. Why do I do this? And that's why I spent so much bloody money on this car. That's why it feels like I'm always doing something, because I'm changing everything like 2 or 3 times. Still so much planned for it. Don't worry, so much planned. So much. And then obviously the Group M and the JDM cat and mani will be for sale once I put the turbo kit on it. So now let's give that a go at calculating that all up. Wish me luck. Right, so I've just gone through all the videos, added it all up. I forgot about the first Jap Speed exhaust I got. That was 200 quid. K-tuned idler assist valve delete, that was 20 quid. Bloody hell, honestly, I can't believe how much I've spent modifying this thing. Do you want to know? Not exact, but it's around £4,625 so far. It just don't look like I've got much to show for it, to be honest. Car's running 210 horsepower. You don't look anything special, personally. Like, it don't look like some mad team build or anything yet. But that's including the turbo kit, K-Pro ECU, clutch, injectors, all the expensive bits. But then, thinking I've already spent nearly £5 grand, the car cost me £4. Oh, I didn't include any of the servicing bits because that's not a modification, that I just class that as maintenance. I've still got a lot of money to spend on it. So all the turbo kit, all the turbo install is going to be done pretty much by me and Baz and Luke. And yeah, I'm going to get the screamer pipe welded into the exhaust, because screamer pipes are like, you go brain dead after 10 minutes of driving. So, because then it's not so asbo. Oh shit. Wait, nah. That pricing, completely irrelevant right now. Completely forgot about all this goodness. Excuse my water bottle and my lunchbox. Engine mounts, energy suspension mounts, and then I've got power flex, gearbox mount. They're what, maybe 50 quid combined. Clockwise motion, drop-in sump baffle. That's 195 quid brand new. But obviously Johnny Tagiwa, my man, gave me a nice discount on it. So I think I paid about 170 odd for it. So let me just do some calculating and we'll have a revised total. So after revising it, it's 4,845, I think it was. So we're getting near £5 grand on mods. Nearly there. I'm probably about, with all the nuts, bolts, tools I've bought, I'm over £5 grand easy. £5 grand. I'm just a little plumber. How can I afford that? Engine bay does look quite nice now though, with the red rocker cover, the Chinese tactical racing fuel rail, the RBC. That's so much the issue when you start modifying a car. There's literally no end at all. There's always another thing to do, another thing to buy, another thing to do. It's finding the time to work on it, because now that Baz works a shift job and I work a normal job, very rare is it that we have a day where we're both together to work on a car, or most of the time it might be an evening, but I like to do my own stuff now. Like, a lot of the mods I do myself, or at the garage with Handsome Luke. I'm not complaining about that, because it's lovely working with Luke, because he's such a handy guy to have. He knows anything about motors, modifying, standard cars. He's just a really good guy to have around. He's got all the tools, the lift. Love it. It's like my second home there. I'm going to be there a lot more as well. Yeah, a lot more videos to come. I'll be at the garage doing it, don't you worry. There'll be plenty more of Luke. So yeah, I'll go buy a 4-bar map sensor as well. That's 100 quid. I should have just bought a fucking Peugeot or something, or a Corsa. Not modify it. Don't earn enough money for this. I know this has just been like a little video of me just chatting pure breeze, but it's content, innit? More mods to come, I'm sure of that. I've got so much to do. I've got stuff already to do. Turbo kit's happening soon, very soon. And yeah, stick around and you'll see more of me and Baz and Luke. So yeah, like and subscribe. I'll see you later.